On this vote, the yeas are 98, the nays are 1. Under the previous order requiring 60 votes for the adoption of this amendment, the amendment is agreed to.
That was Wednesday afternoon, when the Senate overwhelmingly voted in favor of an amendment affirming that climate change is real and is happening now. Even Oklahoma Senator James Inhofe, one of the Senate's most outspoken climate change skeptics and coincidentally chairman of the Senate Subcommittee on the Environment and Public Works, voted for the amendment. That's the same Senator Inhofe who called climate change, quote, the greatest hoax in his book, The Greatest Hoax: How Global Warming Threatens Our Future.
And Senator James Inhofe is not your run-of-the-mill climate change denier. You could say he wrote the book on it because he wrote the book on it.
But support for this new amendment aside, Inhofe and other Republicans stopped short of supporting another amendment from Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz that stipulated human activities significantly contributed to climate change. That vote failed 50 to 49.
No challenge poses a greater threat to future generations than climate change.
The votes came the day after President Obama reaffirmed his support for action against climate change in his State of the Union address and called on legislators to do the same. The sticking point on climate change action in Congress continues to be whether humans are contributing to the problem through greenhouse gas emissions. The president pointed to the prominent scientific bodies that say we are contributing to climate change. Opponents have called that into question despite multiple studies that have found a significant scientific consensus on the issue. Now, even the Pope is expected to lend his support to the fight against global warming through an encyclical calling on the world's Catholics to act to prevent further climate change. But many skeptical politicians argue scientists and other politicians have played up the dangers of climate change and that action on the issue isn't worth the economic risks it would pose to fossil fuel producers. But while many members of Congress who are skeptical of human-driven climate change are Republican, the party isn't exactly united on the issue. North Dakota Senator John Hoeven also proposed an amendment Wednesday that included a provision affirming humans are contributing to climate change, just not significantly. That amendment failed as well. Despite the lack of agreement, a number of senators said Wednesday's vote was still a positive sign moving forward. For Newsy, I'm Sebastian Martinez.